Yo, yo, yo. Chauncey, what's good? Man, what's poppin'? TT Thomas, what's up? What's up? Elliot, Marquise, what up? No, I'm not in VA this time. Ag Entrepreneur, what's happening? Melman, what's good? What's good? What's good? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Matthew Berry, what's happening, brother? Yo, peace and love and everything going out to Waukesha. Yeah, I saw the news, man. Sorry to hear that. Uber delivery, you wanna talk about that too? Okay, we can talk about the Uber delivery too. Definitely. Yes, yes, yes. We can definitely talk about that. Let's hop into it. Let's hop into it. I am reporting live from Zacky's room, my little cousin. We are in the Northeast for this week. Yes, indeed. What's up, everybody? My name is Frederic Lemite. I am the founder of Cannavision, decentralized media broadcast organization. We are one network, many voices. And you can also catch us on State of Cannabis NewsHour every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. over here on the East Coast. Yes, I am on the East Coast for this week. Undisclosed location in the Atlantic Northeast section of our country. I'm still smoking on that green. Big ups, big ups, big thanks to everybody who came out to the launch. People who bought product, people who showed love, like all that stuff is actually one of the new pieces that we have at Maison Tight. You guys head over to MAISONTIET, and yeah, you see the screen printing is actually on a hemp hoodie. That's what we did for the Stone Age. These are actually glow in the dark too. Logos all around, screen print on the back, and yeah, we got some good stuff, man. So big ups to hope my connection holds up there. Big ups to everybody who came through on that. Matt, make sure you got your hoodie too. I know you're one of our first orders for that. Make sure you get all your shit, brother. All right, so let's hop into today's story. And I got entrepreneur. We will definitely talk about the Uber situation too at the end of this piece. All right, so Biden pardons turkeys. This is out of a marijuana moment. Biden pardons turkeys, but White House has nothing new on relief for marijuana prisoners. All right, so turkeys do not have a racist bone in their bodies. Trust me, I've dissected a few in my lifetime. When somebody shows you what they think solutions are to help you and your community, with the 94 crime law, believe they never knew what the fuck they were talking about. Straight up. On Friday, President Joe Biden ceremonially pardoned another pair of Thanksgiving Day turkeys ahead of the holiday. Stephen Nelson of the notably conservative New York Post asked if he'd also extend clemency to people incarcerated in federal prison or over cannabis-related offenses. Biden hit him with one of those, new phone, who this? Nelson responded, any people in addition to turkeys. Predictably, Biden thought that shit was a joke, and he responded with, you need a pardon? He closed it out with a smile, choosing not to follow up or take any follow-up questions, and slid on his signature aviators and moonwalked out of that bitch with a quickness. When somebody tells you who they are by repeatedly bringing up the time that they allegedly conquered a childhood supervillain named Corn Pop, believe that point of view that person was talking about, they were speaking from, is not yours. I'm sure plenty of neighborhood folks rode hard with Corn Pop, the cool ass gold chain rocking activist. Later on Friday, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, she got the Nelson treatment as well. There are people serving life in prison for marijuana and want him to honor his commitment to release everyone in prison for pot. Are people going to get pardoned as well by Mr. Biden? Psaki's response: I don't have anything to update you on that today. The crazy thing is, another reporter asked where the pardon bird's going to go. Jan Psaki thought that was an important question. The bird stayed in a hotel prior to Friday's event. Biden's been in the Oval Office for 10 months now, and he hasn't even mentioned fulfilling his cannabis campaign pledge. Justin Streichel, political director at Normal, said, every day that goes by without pardon action, President Biden's breaking promises made to Senator Cory Booker and the American public. We should pardon people, not just birds. I agree. When someone says that you ain't black, if you don't vote for them, believe that they have possession of that magic blackness measuring barometer of truth with an F. Gary Indiana Jones never found. Also notable, the timing of Biden and his White House tone-deaf non-response. It was a week after Liz Warren and a group of senators sent a letter urging President Joe Biden to use his executive authority to grant a mass pardon for people with nonviolent marijuana convictions. Warren said Biden could boost the economy and promote racial equity with a stroke of a pen by granting the relief. His response? Bad reception. I gotta hit y'all back. A recently published CRS report affirmed that it is within his power to grant mass pardons for cannabis offenses. In addition to moving to federally legalize cannabis without waiting for lawmakers to act. So this whole kabuki theater bullshit Congress thing is avoidable. But when Mr. Empathy himself, Joseph Robinette Biden, told us he's angry and concerned, and we must acknowledge that the jury has spoken. Go ahead. Keep believing that he's a true agent of change that he said that he'd be, generation after generation, after generation after generation after generation. So y'all keep on putting him in office. He did have a black best friend, though. I'll give it that much. Let's go on to these stories, or these questions, I should ask. Sorry. How has Joe Biden's relationship with the cannabis community evolved over the past 10 months? It hasn't. There's been a bunch of bullshit. Cory Booker is saying that, oh, yeah, like we are going to have conversations with Joe Biden. Oh, yeah, we've been talking to him. Like, it ain't shit, man. If he can use executive privilege to strike away all of these convictions, do it. He doesn't want to. If he did, he would. Anybody who's died on his watch, especially in prison, when he could have prevented all that shit, it's blood on his hands. Period. There's no reason for anybody to be incarcerated for this plan anymore. Coming off of a divisive Kyle Rittenhouse verdict response and repeated failed attempts to move any substantial legislation forward to help Black communities, will non-action within the cannabis community be the final nail in the coffin, sealing 46's legacy as a great uniter? I don't think it'll be the final nail in the coffin. There's still 3 years left on his presidency, but it'll be a big one. I think it'll be a big opportunity missed. I think it's obviously right now that the Republicans are owning the conversation on cannabis, and the Democrats can't even get their leader to say that it's not a gateway drug. Just saying. Joe Biden. Is it time yet to just start preparing for a Republican midterm takeover or not? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to be one. I want to act like I know political polls and all that shit and how reliable they are. But I do know that shit like this is exactly why we do what we do. Shit like this is exactly why you should know who's in office, and not just put people in because you're emotional. But if you have certain issues that are supposed to be addressed, make sure your candidate is addressing those issues, or it ain't worth it at all. So, just saying. The big picture here, man, on Joe Biden is he's a politician. he's shown year after year, generation after generation, that this is not an issue that he's going to champion. Um, if the Democrats lose their footing on the entire cannabis conversation, you can just, I would not say it's 100% fact, but you can probably kiss the majority of what your wants and needs are out of a social equity program. You can kiss them all goodbye. All right. So it is what it is. I mean, they had their chance. So this is why I don't believe in political parties whatsoever. All right. So I got entrepreneur had a question about had a question about Uber delivery. All right. So Uber delivery, Uber Eats is actually teaming up with Tokyo Smoke um, for some delivery duties. It's been a long time coming. Period. We covered that when Uber was getting in the game, I think a few months ago on State of Cannabis NewsHour. It's now becoming fact. Let me get the exact headline up for y'all here. Yeah, so this one, Gizmodo, that update on it. Uber for weed might be Uber actually. The company announced Monday that it would be rolling out cannabis orders in Ontario with more participating cities likely to come. Logistical companies, man. This is why I tell everybody that delivery services are the most important part of this entire industry, because it's all about that data that you build up um, doing all these orders, man, doing all these deliveries, the routes, the routing, more efficiency, data to improve infrastructure underneath everything of the future. That is what these delivery services are providing. That's what they're building, and that's what companies like Uber, DHL, Amazon, anybody else that is looking to get in on the short term or the long term, that's what they're after. So yeah, Uber's in the game. They've been in the game for a minute now. They just explicitly said it's not even under a shell company this time. It's just straight up Uber Eats. They're teaming up with Tokyo Smoke. Um, so I mean, the good thing is it's not in America yet, but the bad thing is, like, it's a test case. So expect, if you are getting into the cannabis industry currently, or if you are already in the industry and you're doing delivery, just know that your data is valuable. Guard that shit with as much of your life as possible, and lawyer the fuck up, because you guys have the key to the future of this industry, and the future is logistics. Data, information, and all these systems need to be built on a healthy infrastructure, a healthy base to everything. And if you own a delivery service, if you, whether it's legal or illegal, you are sitting on a little bit of gold mine, depending on how much information that you do have and how much you've retained from all of those orders. And it's all about efficiency. So look into that. Much love. A great question. I got entrepreneur. Let me know if you have any other questions about Uber and what they're doing here. I'll try to be as objective as possible. I mean, there's always good things and bad things with all of these stories, and I try to make sure that I keep it as balanced as possible, so you guys don't get just like a bunch of angry rants from me or anything like that. But I am going to say fuck Joe Biden, straight up, man. And there's some people that reached out and said, "Oh yeah, it's not fair that you were talking shit about Joe Biden for a turkey pardoning exercise or whatever." No, that's fucked up, man. Like, how isn't it fair game? You were making some ceremonial bullshit on Friday afternoon that you're pardoning two fucking turkeys. This, you can talk about the real base of that story too. Is Native American genocide. Why don't you talk about that? Why are you even acknowledging Thanksgiving in the first place? And you're acknowledging the genocide of, excuse me, you are turning the other cheek, I should say, on the genocide of an entire race of peoples, and you don't want to talk about the ills of your policies since the '94 crime bill. You don't want to talk about any of that, and you don't want to let prisoners free. It's never a good time to talk about that shit. It's never a bad time to talk about that shit. But it's a conversation that needs to be had. America needs fucking therapy, and motherfuckers want to keep on going forward. Oh, we got this to worry about. Nah, man, you guys need to slow the fuck down and free all of these drug war prisoners. Straight up. And if you don't, you're a liar. I think everybody should be holding their own politicians accountable, and you shouldn't be all upset when you see, oh, it's a red wave coming. Like, political parties are bullshit. Find politicians that champion your issues the most, and who gives a shit about if you're voting Republican or Democrat. It's crazy that we even have to pick between two different parties in a country where we have all these fucking choices. Like, this isn't 1984. This is a brave new world. We got way too many choices, and not enough time to get anything done. So fuck all the bullshit. Stop whining. If you care about anything local, national, it doesn't matter. In the realm of cannabis, vote. If you don't like who your options are, run for office. I mean, we can talk about the alternatives there, but I don't want to do it on a recorded line here. A guy entrepreneur says, "Let's go, Brandon." I have a friend doing time now at VA for 402 pounds. I got multiple friends at VA doing time for less than that. And if Joe Biden doesn't want to talk about that shit, man, fuck Joe Biden. Straight up. It's nothing um, like more or less than that, man. If you don't want to have real conversations about this industry, about helping incarcerated persons get out of the rut while you allow these big corporations come in here and wreck shop. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't want to talk about like medicine that could be delivered to people worldwide and money that can be made for the states on the tax end, get the fuck out of here, man. And you're not going to last long um, on the larger sense, because cannabis is an issue that almost everybody can come together on. And you got all these Republicans that are owning the conversation now. And guess what? That's your fault, because your leader won't acknowledge that it's medicine. He won't acknowledge that it can get people off of opioids. He won't acknowledge the fact that people are getting killed every single day still on this shit. And you have Native American reservations that are getting raided for people in their personal grows right now. Oh, yeah. You guys want us to turn the other cheek for that shit too, huh? And fuck that. People are losing their lives on a daily basis. Every single day that you don't release people from prison, especially on the federal side, when you have that ability, who cares like how little amount of people it is? You have that ability to do that, then do it. Straight up. Ray S562, what up? JMO, what up? What up? What up? Sweet Potato, Highs VA, what's happening? Sean Salvaje, what's good? What's good? State of Cannabis NewsHour in that place. Vanessa, what's happening? Hush Chicago in the place too, in the place B. All right, Mateo, much love, G. Like, much love to your family out there in Waukesha. Hope everybody's okay out in Milwaukee suburbs. If you guys did not see like that dude like plowed into a bunch of kids for the Christmas parade. A couple of my personal friends were affected by that. So big prayers up to everybody in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Hope everybody's safe. Please be safe this holiday season. I'll be out here dropping shit from beautiful Massachusetts. Still smoking on my weed. Oh yeah, make sure you guys see we got like new courtesy pouches too. These are magnetically closed. You have the patent on these. Make sure you guys hit up MaisonTight.com or Maison Tight on Instagram. Show us some love. Big ups to everybody who came up to the launch on Thursday. Now we've got some new information coming out from the Maison Tight team. Huge announcements over the next couple of weeks for all of our companies across the board. So that's Cannavision, Cannapreneur, Maison Tight. Lots of good stuff. So check us out every single weekday morning at 9 a.m. Where you can get your daily dose. State of Cannabis NewsHour on Clubhouse. Me and 11 other thought leaders in the industry, we go over stories like this and we get user feedback, audience feedback, whoever's the subject of this story as well. Get everybody in conversation, because everybody needs to get this in this cipher of life, and your opinions are necessary as well. I love you all, and it's time for me to take another secret walk, because I'm able to silence the loud. You see my little half finished joint. And they can't smell nothing though. Can't smell nothing. So Thanksgiving approved. All right, y'all. Much love. I'll see y'all in the morning. Remember, when life gives you no place else to turn, you can always turn the fuck up. Make sure you guys kiss your mamas, hug your babies, love on your daddies, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Keep those questions coming too. Much love. Peace. Y'all.